are rejecting MAGA men from Ab and Preach. Oh, I know these two.
Here it is.
Being a straight white dude that likes Trump but is only into liberal women is a lot like being in the closet. Because it's like they're going to ask you about it eventually. And you have to say what we all say, which is, yeah, I don't really follow politics. There's levels to this, man. You got to be discreet. You got to be really good at it. And it's not that hard once you get used to it. You just like lie a lot. If you can just lie really well to liberal women and just like make them think that you aren't really into politics, then everything works out. It's totally fine.
Multiple dating apps since 2021 have come out saying that women will not date conservative men. Like 55 to 77% of women on their apps say it's a deal breaker.
3/4 of college-educated young women are less likely to date a Trump supporter.
Skew, who you voted for?
That's it.
Why is that even a conversation to ask somebody? Take her king, be safe, no worries. Why is that even part? Why does that even care? That shouldn't even matter, dude. What the hell?
Tough question.
What do you say?
He said that's a tough question.
That's not a tough question. It's what you like. What did you eat this morning? That's a tough question. You ate that. You just have to report what you did this morning.
This motherfucker, go back to bed.
Who did you vote for is only tough
This
if
guy.
you know it's gonna discredit you from being in the game. But other than that, it's not a tough question.
Dating is very cooked. I'm 20, and honestly, with the current dating pool, I would rather be alone for the rest of my life. That's crazy, to be honest, to hear that. Well, you know what this means, right? It's time for all of the Americans to become passport bros. And unfortunately, the ladies in America who are like this, they're probably gonna die alone, to be honest.
Because even
Oh yeah.
they both know the answer.
Yes,
And they
sir.
both know what it's gonna mean afterwards.
Look at all of these lovely people.
It's time to go to like what's the popular one? What is it like? Philippines and Thailand, right? Those are the popular ones where the like the passport bros go to, right? I assume.
Is that going to be the out for me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Wait,
That's
wait,
gonna
wait,
be
wait,
it.
wait, wait, wait.
all right. And that's all she wrote.
Oh, okay. I thought she had like a nose ring for a second there.
Give it up for Matt, everybody. Thanks for
And
shooting
he's like,
your
ah,
shot,
fuck,
buddy.
I'm next.
I am a passport bro.
Wow.
He's going back to God's country.
So
Petty, and you know what? Clap your hands.
That's funny.
You didn't clap?
my bad. I'm still
Well,
processing.
at the end of the day, I don't blame. I really don't blame like the male audiences in general, because you have like crazy women like this. You know, you have these kinds of women who like ask you who the fuck you voted, what political side you are. That shouldn't even fucking matter at the end of the day. You know, I don't know. Like I said, like I don't blame guys. I really don't blame guys in general. The only thing that I truly blame for, because I swing both ways, because I date females and guys at the same time, right? I criticize both sides, okay? You both have good things and you both have bad things, okay? Through my experience of dating.
I saw. My apologies. Can I guys get up? I start twerking. So
Petty, and you know what? Clap your hands. Clap your cheeks.
Well, first of all, Lisa, do you consent to a second date?
Do I have a last question that I can ask?
Oh, no.
Sure.
Okay,
Oh,
plot
no.
twist.
Let's go for it.
So,
bonus rounds.
who did you vote for?
Wow, dude, that is great. I feel okay. These dating shows, like these, it says date night podcast, right? Like these are just straight up just dating shows, right? These are basically like targeting women who are literally like alone and single, and they're like in their 30s and everything, and they want to find somebody, but they have this stupid mentality, and they make other girls who are literally like actual normal girls having to deal with these bitches. Like these bitches ruin it for other ones who are just normal as well, dude. It's fucking wild, dude. And then American women wonder why us guys are looking for foreign women wild. Yeah, because like you know, like they said, right? Like like I'm just gonna give an example, right? Because of Thailand and the Philippines or so, right? Like they advertise themselves, because I saw on Asmongold's video, right? Why the Philippines women and the Thailand women are like wanting the American guys. It's not just that or so, but I think they've noticed or so that like the guys are just kind of tired of the American women, you know? Like they're literally just honestly tired, you know? The way how they think, the way how they act, the way how they are, you know? It just gets exhausting, you know? And guys just kind of want that, you know? Well, there are some guys who just want the traditional wife, you know? And Lord and behold, of course, the Philippine women and the Thailand women or so are gonna start filling in that role, and then they see it, and then they're gonna take them away, you know? I just don't, like at the end of the day, I don't blame the guys, I don't blame the American guys. They're just tired of these women, you know?
I voted for the Trump cabinet. But with that comes a lot of things, like a cabinet that has...
He's a good-looking guy too, as well. I would date him.
You, but I have to stick to my morals and my principles.
Jesus Christ! Holy cow, dude! You actually can't be serious. He's a good-looking guy. I don't give a fuck about his politics. Shit, man. I don't give two fucking shits, man.
Fight.
All right. Well, Lisa,
Missed
thank you so
opportunity,
much.
to be honest.
So
What an actual waste of a female,
everyone's
to be
gotta
honest.
stick to what they
Actually, what a waste of ovaries. Honestly, God Lord, dude.
Leave it.
Okay, now why am I... This is the video that you and I covered a while back.
Is that okay?
Go for it.
Who did you vote for?
Oh my God! Every one of them is asking this.
You thought he cooked it.
Well.
I honestly, I am not involved in politics. I'm not sitting here saying I voted.
See, this is the reason. Look, this is the thing that I always say every single time. If these women are so, like, they have this specific mentality, right? They really shouldn't find somebody and procreate and create babies, because that means they are going to brainwash the kids to think like them. In my personal opinion, natural selection, they should probably end their bloodline right there. In my personal opinion, it would make the world a little bit better.
I'm not going to say I voted, you know? I didn't vote. I'm sorry, but that is not a big thing in my life. And
for me specifically, I don't care how tall you are. I've dated fat guys. I've dated short guys. I've dated a guy who was like 1 inch taller than me, 1 inch shorter than me. You know, I've dated guys. I've dated girls too as well. At the same time, I had no problem with like the guys that I dated. Granted, they fucking. I'm not gonna get into it again. All I gotta say is that one of the guys or so that I dated or so turned emo in the span of the day, when literally, you know, as someone as a concerning girlfriend would ask what's wrong with him, they didn't even tell me. So, but anyways, I've already explained this story before. But anyways, it's like I like the only thing that I care about is like your personality cool? Do you accept me for the way how I am, right? And my flaws and everything, you know? And you know, as long as like you somewhat take care of yourself, you know? If you can do the bare minimum of taking care of yourself, that's fine by me, okay? All right? Like I'm not, you know, I don't want someone who's like overweight or anything like that. You know, that's definitely something I personally don't want. Okay, that's just like my preference. I don't want someone who's like obese, overweight. You know, insanely like overweight is what I'm saying. You know, it's just as long as you just take care of yourself. You know, you properly exercise. You take care of, you know, have a skincare routine. You take care of yourself. You know, you look well groomed or anything like that. You know, it's fine. Okay. That's it, okay? Just do the bare minimum, okay? That's all I really ask for at the end of the day.
There's nothing against you and
No,
what you
I
think.
don't think that's against me at all. But
And if that's something you're passionate about, or
So this was the initial clip we watched. This is the what?
I actually had a girlfriend who was like 1.5 feet taller than me. Found out later she was only with me out of pity. Yeah, man. What a waste of ovaries. I'm not gonna lie, to be honest.
Part comes afterwards.
I'm a person of color.
Why somebody raising a red flag to oh, this bitch says she like rights. Oh, of course it's a bit of a pander.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like there's some ovaries that shouldn't be inside of women. Just saying. That's all I
I
gotta
think
say.
most people are, but it's just a funny thing to see someone be like,
That's all I can say. You know what? That's my line.
bugging.
I'm
Somebody
gonna
strip
say
her
that
all
from
rights,
now
please.
on. What a
I
waste
definitely
of
am a little
ovaries.
concerned that you didn't vote, though. After hearing that, I was a little
I
concerned.
may have just said that.
I was a little concerned. I was like, this was a big one.
I voted.
You voted. You did vote.
Yes, but I don't make that. It's not a part of me.
So you lied.
I didn't lie. I did say to her, I said, no. I did vote, but I just.
Why is this such an important thing to find out who you voted for? What the fuck is this? It's a rhetorical question. Don't answer that. Like I said, why? What's the point? What's the fucking point? This makes no fucking sense.
I mean, this is not a big part of my life. Like, I
Exactly.
Have you ever had a dream that
What the fuck happened to dating? What happened to dating? Like, honestly, what the fuck is going on here? I haven't dated in a while or so, right? But holy fucking shit, dude. This is probably like one of the reasons why I don't date like American people whatsoever. It's not looks. It's not like, height. It's not like how much money you make. It's just common sense. For me, it's like my standards for like an American or so is like, it's like super high compared to like other countries in general, because I will ask them like common sense questions. And if they fail the common sense questions, I'm just kind of like, I'm good. It's fine. I'll look somewhere else at the end of the day. So.
That's actually it.
That's that dude right there.
But it's awkward to watch, but I'm playing the whole thing for a reason.
Yeah.
I get that. Can we ask who you voted for?
I mean, I just feel like that's a little personal, a little
That's
abrasive.
fair. That's fair.
No, it's not a big part of me. I don't feel like wasting my time and energy in something that I can control.
So this guy voted for Trump, and he's not very comfortable saying it out loud.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
understand bringing this up because like there's been a series of videos like that were like recommended to me, and
So
that's
weird,
your jam,
dude.
dating shows?
So
All right,
weird.
bad bitch.
people recommend stuff to me, and I'm like, okay, ooh,
What does this have to do for
you know, girl,
anything?
politics,
With some rose
values.
This is so dystopian to me.
But
Sorry to disturb you. I just gotta talk to you about something real quick. I'm about to go on a trip and I like to pack light. You know what I mean? The essentials. I'm talking about my passport, my wallet, and it's an extra. Boom, one push of a button. I got all my cards here. I have an extender right here and an extender in the back. All my cards are there. If you don't like the little dark colors,
Wow, it's your wallet, chat.
they
It's
have
for
other
you
colors.
guys.
But what I want to talk to you about
I have a lot of
with
male
Extra
audiences,
is
so.
they have new travel bag. Because when I travel,
it's good for
I
the
just
male
want to have
audiences
my
at the end of the day.
carry-on, right? Not only it's a wonderful travel bag that you put everything in there with a sturdy zipper, it comes with a
You round them all up, put them in an insane asylum, and you leave them there until their ovaries shrivel up, and then their bloodline ends there, and then there'll be other better women out in the wild.
pump. Yeah, you plug that thing in, you have the pump, press of a button, it sucks. Pause. All the air out, and you're able to save on space. So all my
That's how you fix it.
Come back. It's still sucking. Pause. Boom. And look at this. Pancake ready.
Like you said, Co, send them to the island. We're gonna send them all to the island. Every single one of them. We're gonna send every single one of these delusional people to the islands.
It was all puffy and stuff. Now it's not. And I could just fit all my thing in my bag, and I have more space to put more stuff, and it's not full. And on top of that, it is waterproof. How do I know? I got one up right here that I did. Zip it open. Yes, I got a bottle of wine because, you know, you want to put your alcohol there, being safe. If it's spilled, it stays in the bag. And boom. Dry.
From Island IRL.
Get your
Delusional
bag right now.
Island
And since
IRL.
it's Christmas or the holidays, whatever floats your boat, that means you can get 54%.
It's crazy though. You want to know something? Like just seeing like in the void or so, right? Like we have like guys who compliment girls, and the girls just feel happy, you know? Like they feel nice. That means they get more confident or so in themselves, you know? Girls also like sometimes there are some girls that approach guys too as well, which is kind of it's just wild to see this, you know? Like there's no weird like what I'm saying. This is all dystopian to me. Seeing all of this is so dystopian to me. It's like looking into some weird parallel dimension that this shit doesn't even exist in the void whatsoever. It's fucking wild, dude. It's so fucking crazy. We don't mind catcalling as well, you know, because it just means that, you know, we look good. Like it means we look fucking great, you know. There's no guy, like none of the guys in the void or so is like has a problem of complimenting a girl, you know. It's not like the girl's gonna flip out and say, oh, I got a boyfriend. No, nothing like that happens. So that's why all of this just feels so weird to me. Just seeing all of this it's just so baffling to me. I just can't seem to understand it whatsoever. And it's just kind of like, man, you guys are like, this is probably one of the reasons why the like population is like kind of like going downhill, is because you have these kinds of people out in the field trying to date people, you know?
Off site-wide.
But this
Yeah,
won't
and if
be
you use the
fixed.
promo code ABBA and Preach, you get an additional 10% off. And you can use the promo
At
code.
the end of the day, you just gotta start all over again. That's all I gotta say. You just gotta start all over again. I'm sorry.
You click on the link below right now, or you can use the QR code. Get your bag.
That's
Get
the
your
worst
bag,
part
get
about
it?
it.
You already know I got the wallet. But these, phenomenal.
My mom has a different brand of those.
Well, after all that sucking, that's wet.
What did you think about this whole topic before we go forward?
There was a time that I thought it didn't matter. And the more and more I've seen couples around me that do not vote the same, oh boy, does it matter. Why does it fucking matter?
It's a big one?
It's a big one. It's like
Pause.
everybody, it's crazy because everybody's talking about, oh, I like your values. I like your, well, if you have different values then. Well, if you vote different, you have different values. There's maybe some good values that you have, like, yeah, I want the welfare of everybody, but if you vote a certain way, you don't want the welfare of everybody. That's so it goes against your values. So if you vote one way and you go with someone another way, that's going to be it could be a problem with your values, definitely.
But a couple of these clips like this went viral, and this is all happening at the same time where a lot of conservative men, especially men who are into MAGA specifically, even more so than conservative men, are reporting some dating struggles, and that when women say they're online, they're swiping left on them as much as possible. Some of them reporting the fact that they don't want to date these kinds of men in larger numbers. I want to give context to the numbers I'm going to show in a little.
All I gotta know is that I know there's a lot of guys, or there's some liberal guys that are already going to the conservative side. So the funny thing about it, these liberal women don't date the liberal guys because they don't look attractive. But when they see conservative guys, they find them attractive. But then when they find out that they're conservative or so, they go completely like. The funny thing about it is like what the liberal women always describe because I've seen a clip or so, and I've seen a different related video or so. What like the women that literally specifically like describe her so when it comes to guys in general, it's literally conservative guys. That's the craziest thing about it. It's literally conservative guys they describe about, but they don't want to date them. It's like, oh, dude, you can't be serious. Lie about who you vote for? Jesus, no, hell no. It's not even worth it, dude. That's like literally what is it? That's a landmine waiting to explode. I have a theory. Can you let me know what you think of it? Well, go right ahead. Say it. Most liberal guys are LARPing to get some ass. No, yes, that is very true. A lot of some guys in general are just kind of like wanting to get the girls because, you know, well, what do you expect? They're LARPing. Basically, when Trump first got into power, somehow, some way, liberals became conservatives and conservatives became liberals.
Because even though it reports a lot of negative emotions,
somehow, some way, liberals became conservatives. Like what? And like, what example do you have specifically for that? Because I definitely don't see that because of what's been transpiring the past couple of weeks and months, and the whole shit that's been happening. So role reversal. I don't know. I don't know about that, to be honest. Let me have an example for this. Conservatives before Trump had a Christian censorship. Now the liberals are all for censorship. Yeah, but counteraction on that, the liberals have been always trying to censor the internet for quite some time. Because if you looked around throughout the entire lifetime of the past 5 years, 6 years, kind of 7-ish years or so, you know, they've been trying to censor the internet over time. Now it's now recently or so, it's been kind of becoming more free, you know. Remember where people were getting offended or so because you said the word retard, you know, and then also the F slur as well, you know. That was a thing that was consistently, but now it's just kind of like, you know, back then or so, a couple years back, you can't say that because all the liberal people were getting butthurt or so and everything like that. So that's also true. Yeah, the mainstream media also lies too as well. On top of that, they've been lying and spreading misinformation and changing the narrative and all this other stuff. They're the biggest gaslighters I've ever seen in my entire life, to be honest. Honestly, I'm surprised that the government hasn't really done anything against the mainstream media's posting actual lies and everything. So
I think it was only 30 to 40% of people who said this is a defining issue and that
acceptable.
It would be a red line.
No,
70%.
The word retard was never a bad word. It was never a derogatory. Well, not derogatory. It wasn't a slur or anything like that because we just called people stupid. This has been a thing since freaking Call of Duty. That's why. And we also said the F slur too as well, and a bunch of other slurs as well in Call of Duty. So. Although guys like Filthy Frank would say slurs, and he was liberal, he stopped his YouTube channel because his voice and because the change of culture. Well, it's not just that; it's just because of the platform of YouTube. You know, they were trying to be. It's just basically the same thing as it was just slowly changing to becoming censored, and trying to censor everybody, and how to think, how to act, what to say. You know, how to help people in their safe space, you know? It's just kind of I'm like, what? Safe space? My safe space it's called my bed, okay? It's called me sleeping.
Many people said I'm open
that's
or
my safe
okay.
Space.
So it's not everybody, but
it's
still that's a sizable number
out.
Where when dating market's already a bit tough for people, that's another thing that people have to worry about. So this comes from the American Survey Center, and just so you're not confused, 3/4 of college-educated young women are less likely to date a Trump supporter. Now, what I liked about this is that this...
So these are all college people, right? Young college people. So they're probably what, in their ages between 18 to 22, right? 18 to 22. Oh, honey. Oh, girls. You young babies. They're all babies. They're all little girls. Reality is soon gonna hit them harder than the fucking 10 pounds of bricks. Because right now, the women that are in their late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s are having a tough time dating because of this specific mentality. I still say that the F slur only to my friends though. I don't want to get jumped by the pride community. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you just literally say it into your friends group at the end of the day. So, Because unfortunately, these random people online, you know, are policing people what to say, what to do, how to act, and everything like that. And it just gets tiring after a while.
Separated Trump supporter and Republican.
These young
because
girls are
people
going
do
to
feel
find out
differently about the
real
two
hard
labels and
on
what they-
reality, to be honest.
55% of them had an issue, but that went even higher when you talked about college-educated people.
So let's see, Republicans 30, Trump supporters 38, young women with high school education, and then young women with college education. Oh, they're gonna learn real
And
fast.
you see the number decrease when it goes from Trump voter to Republicans specifically. I remember seeing this study about the women saying, you know, we don't date these kinds of dudes or whatever it is. But watching these videos, I think what struck me more than anything was how much all these men know. If they say it out loud, it's basically dead in the water.
They know what they did.
And
they know.
You can't even feel bad for them because it's just like, well, if you have all these views, like, why are you even trying to date liberal women? And you know what it makes me think of?
Because they're liberal. Because they're liberal.
Because they right? So, you know what this makes me think of? Remember the Tim Pool video that we did where he starts complaining like, I'm not the problem, it's all the women I've dated that are the problem. He's like 40, can't find a partner.
Yeah.
And then he starts explaining, listen, I work 100 hours a weekend.
So, like, when it comes to the women that I've been in relationships with, so one relationship I was in was a woman had a career. And so we never saw each other. And she's like, I'm not giving up my career. I'm like, well, I'm certainly not.
Yeah.
And then some other women are like, I want to go adventure and do my thing.
So you got to find somebody who wants to, you know, start a family and be maybe a stay-at-home mother. You know.
But here's the challenge with that. My perspective, personality, what I find attractive, are all based on liberal urban sensibilities.
Yep.
And so most of the women in that space are going to be fiercely independent careerists and not necessarily compatible. You know what the problem is though? It's definitely not me. I think it's everybody else.
Oh!
Huh? Sorry. Most of that information went through like one ear and out the other. Chat, can you explain what he was trying to say? Honestly, what? Huh? Excuse me? He moved air with his mouth.
My God, you can't make this shit up. I'm like, what is this guy yap about? Wait a minute. So you want to turn somebody who spent time investing in her arts and crafts, investing in her career, and you wanted her to throw every so she could be a stay-at-home wife, and you blame everyone else but yours. But
you got a reverse man. Man wants liberal woman, doesn't want to make the change. So he doesn't even want to put in the effort. Is what I'm trying to understand. Ugh, Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of these dudes who are drawn to these kinds of women. Here's some comments from some people when they said why they're wary. Supporting Trump is supporting a racist, misogynist, rapist, liar, fraud. Some color.
Oh my God. Honestly, a 29-year-old woman in California, man, honey, you're gonna be single for the next 30 years or so because of this stupid mentality that you have. Hopefully it does. Hopefully you stay single for the next 30 years because God Lord, you're not gonna have a child, to be honest.
For words. And she don't want somebody like that in her life. I hate Trump and everything he stands for.
You're voting for someone that infringe the right of one group, and you're surprised that when you try to date that group, you're like, hey, they don't want me. I gotta lie. I don't know why. Yeah, you're voting for the same thing that is infringing that group. Like, they're not gonna go for you. Like, they're gonna look at you funny.
Politics, especially today online, which is where a lot of young people live, is very not just divisive but also cruel. We talk about owning the libs. Fucking, they're doing hype videos now for like deportations.
Yes.
So they'll put and artists are complaining because they're using their music, but they're doing trailers for like deportations and other crazy things that they're doing.
Deportation.
I thought Genshin Impact fan bases were crazy, but man, these guys taking a whole new level, to be honest.
And so
they're near
I'm not gonna lie.
It's a lot of meme and shit, right?
The reason why I'm bringing that up, they make the gacha scene look normal. That's crazy to see that. When like these people who don't play video games or gacha games make gacha gamers look normal, there's something wrong here.
It's like, if you look at the numbers, young Americans are more likely to say it's important that their partners share their views.
Younger Americans are more likely to say it's important to that their partners share their views. It's important to date and marry someone who shares your political views. 60%? It doesn't matter if your partner has different political views than you. 40%. From the ages of 18 and 29. 30 and 44 is at... Holy shit, dude. That is wild, dude. I like it how literally the 60-year-olds and older literally don't give a fuck. The 45 and 59-year-olds is pretty much even. And then it goes lower or so. Dude, this brainwashing is crazy, dude. This brainwashing is wild to see this. There's a source right there. You can see the source right there. Of 1,439 U.S. adults conducted in April 21st to the 23rd of 2025, and the margin of error of the overall sample of 3.3 percentage points. Unsure response are not shown.
It's important to date or marry someone who shares the same political views. From 18 to 29, 60%. That's more than any other group. And I know this to be true because I'm from the generation that comes afterwards, and we did not have that view. But I also come from a time where politics wasn't nearly as divisive.
It was not discussed. No. We didn't discuss it. We shut up about it. There was a couple of things you didn't talk about. You didn't talk about pay, religion, and you didn't talk about politics.
I don't know if I grew up totally in that, but we definitely weren't as like... If the other group went in, you didn't feel like it was an existential crisis. Now it's a completely different
100%.
thing where everything is ramped up to its degree. Yeah. And especially with like the
I don't even know why even politics is in a relationship to begin with. Like, why is that a make or break type of thing, you know? I'm like, I don't care if my partner is Republican. I don't care if my partner is Democratic. I don't give a fuck, you know? As long as like you have common sense and, you know, you respect me for me and that's it, you know? I don't understand why that has to be the first. I remember the first time when you date somebody, or, you know, when I'd be like, oh, what's your hobbies? What do you like? You know? Or like, what do you do for a living? You know? Or like, you know, or it's like, I don't know, just fucking normal shit. Or what the fuck is your favorite color? You know? Now we have the question of who the fuck you voted for. What the fuck is this? What is this? I'm going fucking crazy.
Movement and how
I'm
it
losing
functions,
my mind with
I think
this shit.
they are particularly special. So I think that's made the lines even more
We live
clear
in
for people.
bizarre time. This is bizarro. This is literally straight up just bizarro land.
It's interesting that these guys even want to date liberal women. Well, I'm just curious. If you were conservative, why aren't you not trying to find no conservative lady?
Why the church boy don't try to date?
Or like one of the guys would ask her, so what's your body count? You know, like shit, man. At least I'll have that question instead of fucking getting asked for my political views.
The church girls. Cause the one that don't go to church suck more dick. Just. Notice what I said. More. I didn't say that the girls at church don't suck. That makes me think of the super
church girls are the most freakiest girls you'll ever interact in your entire life. That's all I gotta say.
Successful woman, like top CEO of a company, and it's like it's hard to date. I got all this money, like, but they don't care about that. They those men that you're trying to date don't care about that. And some of them are like in that attitude. I want a man to be a man. Do you even allow that man to be a man in your relationship? If you don't know what your place is in a relationship because you take all the space
in a bad way,
because you a big dog.
The way you said it was wild.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a man, but you're a lot of men to handle. You know what I mean?
Multiple generations of women, all because you think that they shouldn't have bodily autonomy. Multiple dating apps since 2021 have come out saying that women will not date conservative men. Like 55 to 77% of women on their apps say it's a deal breaker.
55 to 70. I don't know how true that is for the percentage or so, right? But if that's true, right? The guys that are listening and watching or so, don't date those kinds of women. Let that family tree literally die at that point of time. Literally just go find someone else. Become a passport bro at this point, you know? Like literally, just become a passport bro. Okay, all right. Literally, just let their lineage just die. Okay, like just date any other girl around the world. Just date any other girl around the world, and just let their lineage just end there, and the world will be healing slowly. Okay, I'm just saying.
All because these bozos just had to vote.
If you voted for somebody who repeatedly bashes marginalized groups of people, bashes minorities, bashes women, has no respect for them at all, yeah, that says a lot about your character, and that's
Yes, my older brother is definitely getting bashed. Yes, my older brother is definitely getting all this hate. Yes, 100. Yes, totally. Yes, I have one of my older brothers who is half related to me. And I'm just like, yes, this is so 100% true. Yes, totally. Yes. He's getting bombarded. He's getting hate. He's getting racist. And all that. Yes, she is so correct. So correct. Go, queen. Go. You are so right. You know.
attractive to most women because that's an ugly trait to have. It shows that you condone those behaviors.
Yes,
Young women are shifting more left, and if you continuously shift more right in response to that rhetoric, then yeah, it makes you more unattractive.
That's the thing, is that
no, it makes me even more attractive. So.
There's gonna be some people that are gonna listen to this dude and they're gonna be like, the way he talks.
No, because these girls don't know what they're talking about whatsoever. Because number one, they're not educated. They don't do their due diligence research. Number one, it has been proven or so that like the attention span has been shortened down in the younger generation because they don't do their own research. I'm like, it's already been proven already. So. Not going to lie, that Asian liberal looks kind of fine. Time to lie. Okay, buddy. Yeah, have fun with that landmine over there. Have fun. Bye.
I can't vibe with that. So what about me? You have nothing to do with it. I just like his views.
I voted for his cabinet. His cabinet. He has a great cabinet in his kitchen. I don't think they have a big problem with conservatism per se. I think it's just more so there's like MAGA movement that's really erupted. I think it's just a different beast.
This is a ridiculous thing,
like you hear rhetoric now,
this
like
weird
it's a mistake to let women vote. It's a mistake. Birth control, this other stuff. And like when you start,
you know what's funny or so? You know what we call those girls specifically? Gullible girls. Like you're so gullible, you fucking believe anything. Like literally, we had a name for those specific women in general who believe fucking everything and not question anything or search up anything. We just call them gullible.
Hearing that rhetoric, and it's not just fringe,
so
or it's
stupid,
not even
to be
anything
honest.
else, then you start to look at it like, oh wait, this group move a bit different. It's not just this thing where it's like I want a traditional household. Now it's like we know what's better for these ladies. I'm not gonna be with somebody who's gonna try to set up something where I have less agency. And I'm the same way. Like as a minority, this is no way I would ever be with somebody who starts yapping to me about how like bad black people are and black. I'm like, yo, shit, you need to shut the fuck up. I think with the way politics are going, I think this feeling is only gonna get amplified. And I'm very glad because you know what I mean. I love me some liberal ladies. You know what I mean. Shout out to your rights. Things are feeling very moist right now.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna say from the quote from Art of War.
That word. It's like if one of your family members was saying some outlandish shit about you. Let's say you're dating someone of the same race. Irish is dating like an English person, two white people. The English person is saying some wild shit about the Irish person, or someone in the family saying, and your partner is just letting it fly. It's okay. It's just I like his vibe. He's a cool dude.
As long as like you teach them and they don't become this delusional, it's fine. I was thinking before that internet was full of shock content, clickbait rage, bait stupid content, but some of those people are real. That's crazy how some.
But he's also bashing who you are as a person.
I thought for a moment there, these people couldn't think like this in this sort of perspective way. Like I thought for the longest time, right? For the actual longest time, I never thought that actual humans actually thought like this. But holy shit, dude! The amount of shit that I saw or so was crazy.
You would have a problem with that.
Listen, I think it's really weak that these guys were like, I don't really want to talk about. I don't really want to talk. Yo, shut up. Own your shit.
Own your shit.
Own your shit. This whole pussy. I don't know. And on top of that, they were slimy too, because they were sitting there. I don't. What if I didn't vote? Knowing damn well in the back of their head they voted and they know exactly for who. They just don't want to say it.
It is pussy. But even then, like if you see that a person, even if you haven't voted for whoever, you say I didn't vote. The comfort of her livelihood is being threatened by that vote, and you're like, I didn't vote.
That's the craziest thing
You
about
just
it.
spelled I don't care in another way.
It took a while for me
What's
to be
crazy
convinced.
is I can clap going up the stairs, but I can't clap coming down the stairs.
Jesus,
There it is.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, all right. What a fucking ending that was. What the hell was that? You're so fucking right. I can clap when I'm climbing up the stairs, but I'm coming down the stairs, I don't clap. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy shit, dude. What the hell was that, dude? What the fuck? That caught me off guard. I ain't gonna fucking lie, to be honest. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god, liberal women won't date conservative men. Are we supposed to be surprised? It's not very surprising whatsoever, to be honest. Imagine starting a relationship on a lie. That's wild. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Why are conservative men trying to date liberal women in the first place? Their core values and worldviews are highly unlikely to align, which would make a crappy relationship, so why even bother? Yeah, that's true. Why do they care about why do they care that group of women they consistently shit on and don't want to date them? Are they doing the childish thing where they bully the girl they like? Who knows, actually, to be honest. That's the thing. At the end of the day, just become a passport bro at this point. just become one at this point, okay? All right? You'll find a better woman out there, to be honest. Just like, for God's sakes, just go date women from other countries at the end of the day, okay? All right? America is not your only one, okay? All right? I'm just saying, you know? Like I said, but be wary. Don't fall into traps. Do your research on, like, your dating preferences and don't get scammed, okay? All right? Don't be sending money over to some hot girl or so in some random place, okay? All right? Do your due diligence, okay? All right? Just saying, okay? Also, all three of them are very stubborn and can't handle what the current administration is doing. Latinas, here I come. Just be careful, okay? That's all you gotta do. Just be careful. Do your research. Do your due diligence and everything. Just take it easy. And like, I get it. I know there's a lot of guys who want relationships. It's completely understandable. There's fucking hey, you got my older brother and you got Mr. Libido, man. Those are like the two best examples I can give. I got my older brother, who's like fully related to me, who hasn't really found anybody, and then I have Mr. Libido man who hasn't found anybody either. But the problem is like we try to protect Mr. Libido man. Okay, at the end of the day, we don't want any kind of woman going after him. It has to be the right woman to come after him. So. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Honestly, it's just so weird to see this. It just feels like a weird dimension, like a pocket dimension I opened up or so for like an experiment or something, that I kind of like completely forgot. This is just weird. This is just honestly just fucking weird, Yeah, no, Mr. Libido man hasn't found anybody. Like, he's like, because you guys literally declared Mr. Libido man as like a wizard, so. And that's kind of like the funny thing about it. The comic book pulp fighter, crime fighter, Mr. Libido man. No. This is an actual friend or so. We call him Mr. Libido man because he has the highest libido that we have ever like heard, witnessed basically from his stories. So that's why he has an insane high libido. So that's why we call him. That's why we nickname him Mr. Libido man. Yakuza Mr. Libido. He can probably literally populate a he can literally probably populate a whole like probably I'd say a village of Japanese women. Like he can literally do that. Like, let's just straight up, just an entire village of Japanese women. He can pretty much do that. Like I said, I'll give you the short notice, okay? He can literally stay hard for. Now, hold on, let me see. He can stay hard for 11 hours straight. Let me remind you this. He can stay hard for 11 hours straight. You do what you do with that information, okay? All right? So, because it was on his day off. That's the reason why. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And that's why we call him Mr. Libido, man. And peace.